This is the Lego Technic Arctic truck. It has a mobile crane on it and a dump bed. The crane, everything at this station like this, how it is, has no power functions. You can buy the power functions to go with it, but right now I have no power functions. It has 2 instruction booklets. The first one will get through the frame and the beginning of the cab, starting about right here. So, and then your second booklet finishes the truck and finishes the crane. Your first booklet will get to the bucket 2. The antenna likes to fall off a lot. That's one problem with it.
That's every antenna on every Lego ball.
Every antenna. The tracks are very wide for this truck, but it makes it look cool. So, it does have shocks on it. It has a suspension. It has 2 rear view mirrors, both the doors open backwards. So you have your doors. Now let's get to the crane. The crane, I'll put the sticker on here backwards, it sucks. So the crane will stand up to about right there.
That's about max height.
Right there is max height.
Now, one thing I wish they had told us about in the model, I wish they would have told us what this is. I'm thinking it's either a core sample of some sort, or it's like a some kind of a diving bell type deal. Some kind of a thing divers go down in. I'm not sure. They didn't explain it.
The crane does spin 360 degrees. The winch does go pretty far.
We tried. It goes about from your average size table to the floor, so
it's about 4 foot.
4 foot easy. Let's put
about
it like
3 or 4 foot.
3 or 4 foot easy.
And then if you take your dump bed, it operates very quickly. Your dump bed is very quick.
Yeah, we were actually really surprised with the functionality of the dump bed. Like, it moves really fast for what it is, actually.
It has a total of 913 pieces.
Which, for the price, that's rather... The thing that scared me away from this model... I mean, this is his model. But the thing that scared me away from this model particularly was the price tag. I mean, that's not many parts for a model that's at that price. How much... you got it at Lego Land for what now?
$85.
You got it at Lego Land for $85, and on the Lego site, it was about 100?
About 100.
About 100, yeah.
The crane does fold all the way down into the bed.
The vehicle itself is supposedly 16 inches long and 18 inches wide, which... 18 inches. What?
7 inches wide.
7 inches wide. 16 long. I'm reading the centimeters, not the inches there.
And then it tells you with the power frictions. The power frictions go on the back axle, and the battery box goes inside the cab, behind the seats inside the cab.
Now there is a B model, but I'm not sure we'll actually get around to doing a review on that. Though we might, depending on what you guys want to see.
We have also the dump bed, the crane, and it has steering. The steering doesn't work well unless you're moving it. But the steering, it doesn't turn much.
The thing about it is that the tracks get so much traction on the ground that when you go to turn it, you kind of have to be moving in order to turn this kind of thing. Simply because. So let's get a nice little front view. One thing I do like is the headlights, how they come up a lot farther than what one might think. Side profile.
On the bottom of the truck, they have all, those pivot gears pivot points that will pivot. They're all covered up.
I like how they hid them in these, which is pretty nifty. I mean, these are a new part they've come out with kind of recently, within the past 1 to 2 years. I would definitely say
they're
pretty nice to have. I mean, it helps cover up a lot of different things.
From the back, you really can't see anything. Like, you can't see any of the gears.
There's not really anything. Like if you want to look at the gears, the most of the gears are probably going to be hiding about right here.
And the gearbox, which is the center of the truck.
And there goes that thing again.
Here's the antenna.
You know what it looks like whenever you do this number? It looks almost like a begging puppy. That's what it looks like from that angle. But overall, if you had to give this set a rating, what would it be?
I'm saying probably 7.
I'd probably go with about a 7. I mean, the biggest thing is the price tag, 7 or 8, because the price tag for this many parts is.
And the majority of the parts are pretty much the tracks.
Yeah.
It's 900 something track. I mean, 92 tracks, I think, on it.
Yeah, which is almost like that knocks your number down to like 820 parts.
Yes, I mean,
pretty easily, but otherwise, I would say it's an excellent model. I mean, it's something very exotic because Lego has never really touched the Arctic stuff until recently. So this is rather new to us. Yeah. I mean, I've never even seen pictures of a truck like this. I'm not even sure if this is an actual truck, so I'll have to look that up.
So that's all of our video for right now, guys. Right. We'll get back to y'all with a new video.
Most likely sometime next week, most likely.
Yeah, probably next week. Well, that's it.
See y'all around.